everyone, welcome to my channel where I make videos on joyful and intentional living. If this is your first time here, my name is Helen. I am a master KonMari consultant and trained professional organizer. I love making videos exploring different aspects of the KonMari method philosophy, as well as how to live more joyfully and intentionally. If you're looking to simplify your life to make more room for joy, you're at the right place. So I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and come join in on the conversation. It's been so long since I've made my last video and I've been dying to make a video. I've just been really busy, and so today I'm really excited to have a little bit of time, and I thought I would just sit down and do this informal video. And today I want to share with you my minimalist 5 handbag collection. It's really technically 4, but let's call it 5, and I'll explain why I don't consider the last one a handbag. When I was in my 20s, so 20 years ago, I would buy handbags probably twice a year, and I remember at that time I just kind of buy whatever looks good. I never really think about functionality or color or even my own personal preference. And it wasn't until I went through the KonMari Tidying Festival, the tidying process, that I really started to consider, why didn't these bags work out? Like, I had so many bags in my collection, probably like 20-30 bags at that time. Why don't I love any of them? And it wasn't until after I went through that tidying festival process that I really started to consider, what do I need? What will best support my everyday life? And it was then I started to have less and less bags in my collection. I think when you have one bag that really suits your need, it beats 10 other kind of semi-okay bags. And that's kind of how I went from having a large handbag collection to I have 4, maybe 5 bags in my collection now, and I'm much happier with a smaller collection than I ever was. I thought it would make the most sense if I show you my bags going from most frequently used to least frequently used, and I'll talk a little bit about each bag. So let's get started. The first bag in my collection is the Geneve bag from APC. I definitely have made videos about this bag before. I absolutely love this one. This one I purchased June 2021, so I've had it for just a little bit over 2 years now. I can honestly say 95% of the time since I have purchased this bag, I have been using it, and I absolutely love it. So the number one thing about this bag that I love is the Saffiano texture. I know there's better leather out there than Saffiano leather, but in terms of like longevity and durability, I think Saffiano leather is a great option. As you can see, you can't really see much wear on this bag. All sides of it looks pretty good. I definitely have some wear in the straps. It can go from a shoulder bag situation to a crossbody situation. So all of that scraping along the hardware is going to cause some wear. As you can see, the stitching is kind of coming apart. The edging is kind of falling apart, but I think I can fix that, so I'm not too worried about it. The only thing that ever happened that I was kind of disappointed about was, see the inside, there's one slip pocket. So I noticed about, I think it must have been like 6 months ago or a year ago, that the bottom completely popped out. So I fixed it by using a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and then I used like a credit card to kind of push the edge back into the seam, and it hasn't came out ever since. So that was a really easy fix that I was able to do myself. Other than that, this bag holds all of my essentials. I really don't have anything negative to say about it. So yeah, this is the Geneve bag, and I still use it every day, and I definitely will be using this for a lot longer. The next most used bag in my collection is a tote bag. This is from Longchamp. I think it's called the Pliage. This is from their sustainable line, which is why it has this green edging on this black version of the bag. I use this bag often whenever I go to client homes on tidying lessons. This is what I pack. This is how I pack all my tools, such as, I don't know, like scissors, pens, garbage bags, label makers, things like that. And I did make an organizer for this bag. You really need an organizer in bags like these because it's one giant compartment, so things can easily get lost in there. I have 2 of these, and the reason why I have 2 is so I can quickly switch between work mode and I guess daily life mode. I don't really use this as my everyday bag much other than when I'm going to classes or if I was to attend any meetings where I need to bring my laptop. And I always bring this bag with me when I travel. It's a great carry-on bag. I purchased this in February 2022. I absolutely love it. And the third bag in my collection is this cute little crossbody bag. This is from Allsaints. I purchased this December 2017, so I've had it for 5 years, I think, if my math is correct. I'm never sure about the dates. This is a zippered bag, which is great for when I travel or when I go to amusement parks. I always bring this when I go to amusement parks with my family because the zipper kind of helps me feel safer that my things are not just gonna fly out everywhere when we're on a ride. I also use this at Stampede every year because of the tassel. Stampede, if you don't know, in Calgary, it's where for like 10 days everybody in the city dress like cowboys and cowgirls. I don't really have a lot of Western fashion, and so I try to just wear my everyday clothes. I feel like the tassel kind of adds a little bit of that Western flair, so that's why I always end up using this bag during the Stampede season. This one is not Saffiano leather, but you can see that it's a textured leather, and because of the texture and how often I use it, there's actually 0 wear on this bag as far as I can tell, and the tassels are removable, so sometimes I do take it out. And even though it's pretty small, it actually fits almost as much as my APC bag, so sometimes you just have to test out the bags to see how much it fits rather than just like looking at it at its size, because when you just look at it, this definitely looks a lot smaller than that, but I would say pretty much fits the same amount of stuff. And you probably have seen a theme of only black bags so far, and so the thing is, I really only have black bags right now because when I was going through my tidying festival and decluttering my previous handbag collection, I had bags of all different colors and shapes and sizes and everything. When I was younger, I read a lot of fashion magazines, and the magazines always advise you that you must have a set of everything in black and brown leather. So I used to think, oh, that's important. But then I realized I actually prefer black, and I really don't wear a lot of brown tone clothing, so I really don't feel the need for me personally to have 2 sets of everything. And I think it just makes my life easier to just have only black handbags because I really only wear black shoes. I do have white sneakers, but white and black, it kind of goes together anyway. When it comes to these like fashion rules, I think it's always more important for you to think about what makes sense for you rather than this general advice that people give to everyone, because I really don't think these advice are universal. So back to the handbags. My 4th handbag in my collection is this one. It's the mini bucket bag from Mansur Gavriel. I love this bag for so many years. I purchased this, let me see, November 2014. So I've had it for almost 10 years. This is currently my least used bag just because it's really worn out. It's just a little bit rattier than I like, but I just can't seem to let it go. And I think that's okay, to let go of things when you are ready. I feel like this is almost a sentimental item for me because this is the first bag after my tidying festival that I purchased, and I really put a lot of thought into whether or not I wanted to buy this bag. I really considered the size, functionality. I made an organizer for it as well. Once I had this bag that was serving most of my daily needs, I stopped thinking about buying other random bags. And I remember when this bag first came out, I just thought it was the most beautiful bag I've ever seen. And it was so hard to get, and so I was really, really happy to get one. And I mean, now you can find this bag at a lot of consignment shops as well. And I even considered getting another one of the exact same bag. But when I was really thinking about what this bag is missing for me in terms of like that daily functionality, one thing is I wish it had a cover. Right, just makes me feel a little bit more secure about my stuff. I also really wanted to have some sort of shorter handle that I can also hold when I'm not wearing a crossbody, and that's what this bag lacked. And that's another reason why I chose the Geneve bag from APC as the replacement. And so those are my 4 handbags, and the reason why I said I have a 5th one and I don't really consider it a handbag is because it's this one. So this is a grocery bag from Longchamp, and I purchased this in February 2022. At the time I thought I might use this one as a summer bag because, you know, I saw a lot of people on Instagram using this as a summer bag and I thought it was really cute. However, it just didn't really work for me because I found it to be really fussy. What most people would do is they would either use like a silk scarf and put it inside. It looks really cute because the color of the scarf will add a nice pop of color, or they would use a dust bag and that will hold all of their stuff. And what I didn't like about it is in order to get something, I will have to unbutton this, open it, untie the silk scarf, or, you know, uncinch the dust bag to look for the things I have inside, which is not organized because it's just in this one big compartment, and then having to do all of that to like close it back up. And yeah, it just wasn't functional for me as a handbag. However, I still think it's super cute, and I do use this bag when I need to carry a couple extra things like an umbrella or water bottle when I go out, or when I go to grocery stores, I would put all my reusable shopping bags inside and I would carry this with me, or I would use it at farmers market, which is what I think this bag is really intended for, because as you can see, this bag is made out of, these are like grocery bags, right? So that's why I don't really consider this a handbag, but it's still part of my collection and I really do like it. I think it's super cute. I feel happy whenever I use it. So that's why this is part of my collection. So that is my entire handbag collection. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you are going through your own handbag collection, trying to decide what to keep and what to discard, I want you to really think about why purchases didn't work out, and let's try to learn something from it. If you bought something and it didn't work out, think about why it didn't work out. Try to learn from your past experiences, past purchases, to help you make better ones. And when you have one great bag, it's really going to be more beneficial to you than having 10 not okay ones. So when it comes to things like that, I really think focus on quality, not quantity. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, choose joy, live well.